Welcome. Oh my goodness. Let me get in here. Yes. Welcome, family, friends, and family. Um, family, friends, and family. Welcome to Image TV. I am King Image, and this is King Image Spits Knowledge and Wisdom. But this is story time. I'm gonna talk about my life. I'm gonna talk about things I done went through, how I got through them. And if anything resides to help with you, if you like anything, go ahead, hit it in the chat. You're welcome to say some things in the chat. Say what's up when you jump in. But yeah, we're just gonna bask in the ambiance and wait for people to come in. You know what I'm saying? Before I start bing bong boom. But you know me. You know how I do. We just go uh suck a duck it. Suck a duck it. Yeah, but basically, what we're doing today is I'm gonna open up my life to y'all, because I've noticed that y'all really don't know me. Y'all don't know who I am. Y'all don't know what I do. Y'all don't know, all y'all know is what I post. So I'm finna turn over a new leaf and open up my heart, open up my mind, and open up my life to you guys, so y'all can really understand the things that I'm teaching you is coming from a place of sincerity, respect, professionalism. And it's like the things that I learned in life, I just want to give them to y'all so you can be able to start using them in your life, because I haven't seen people using them. God's principles, just basic principles. Um, it's simple. God's principles is the principles that in everything it's the same. No matter where, no matter what you do, what profession you in, where you are in the world, it stays the same. Like the river never goes into salt water and the salt water never goes into the clean water. You know? Principles. Welcome. This is King Image, and I'm opening up so I can be able to give you guys me, so you can understand where my content come from. It comes from my heart, you know. Hey, what's up, Josea, Fredo, Jax, Camille, what's up, y'all? And if you got anything, any questions, I have answers. So feel free to ask questions. Feel free, because I'm doing this live so I can get more in tune with my fans, family, and friends. So we can be able to walk this journey together, because life is a journey. And we don't understand that how much people we bring into this journey when we set on or embark on a journey in our life. And so I just wanted to give y'all my authentic true self, so y'all can understand where this content coming from. So basically what I was saying is the principles that people go through and the principles that we need to do. A lot of people don't do them because how you gonna do them if nobody ever teaches you? I had to run through life finding ways and finding knowledge and finding wisdom just to find out that I have everything that I need within me. I don't need extra people. I don't need religions. I don't need people teaching me or talking to me, because I already knew what I needed in life. I already knew where I wanted to go, and I knew who was going to help me. And I knew a lot of people. Can you tell a story of King Von? I don't really know King Von like that. A story of King Von. I don't really listen to King Von. I heard he got shot as a rapper, but this is not what we're here for. We're here to learn, and we're here to learn about me. I'm not King Von. You know, my name is King Image. You know, and what I do is I'm a nutritionist. What I do is I study the mind, body, and spirit so we can be able to navigate this life so we can be able to go forward. I like your braids or dreads. They look very good on one side. Kind of look like a little dirt. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the compliment, Jax. Flesh. How you say that? Flesh. Thank you for the compliment. Hey, 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 Camille, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, Lil D. Oh, snap. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the compliments. Um. Oh, okay. Tell you something about King Von that I know. He's a rapper. I like King Von. He got good music, but things happen in life where people are not ready for. You run through life and you don't see what's coming around the corner when you're moving too fast. What's up, Mikey? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't really know. I just put it as Flash because that's my YouTube channel name. Okay, 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 Flash. Okay, Flash. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How long YPU been free? Um, I seen you in the feds. In the Fed, nah, I ain't never been in trouble like that, man. I ain't never been in jail like that. I've been county, but nah, I look like a lot of people. Every time I go somewhere, they be like, "You look like my cousin," or "You look like my brother." No, I've been gone. I just got out of a situation where I was tucked away, for like 5, 6 months, where I wasn't doing anything for myself, and so now I'm on a journey to um bringing myself out so I can be able to show people how to navigate through life. So basically, what we doing here is we embarking on a journey so we can be able to learn our minds, bodies, and spirits. So my name is King Image, but my real name is Chris Luckett. And as Chris Luckett, I had a problem with family. I had a problem with friends. I had a problem with life itself because I come up out of poverty. My mom's a drug addict. I didn't know my father. And so I always tried to find a way out. I done sold drugs before. I'd have been on the streets before, but I never got caught for the things that I did because I stopped at an early age. I stopped selling drugs at 17 because I was like, man, this drugs ain't gonna get me nowhere. I saw 50-year-old dude over there, 25-year-old dude over there, 15-year-old dude over there, and they all was in the same vicinity doing the same thing. And I'm like, well, if I want to be different, if I want to bring change to the world, why would I do the same thing that these men are doing? And then they didn't look like they was happy. They didn't look like they was in their best self. So I was like, that's not where I'm going. I'm not finna be another statistic like King Von, like all these other people that sell drugs and get up in life and just die. And I was like, nah, I gotta be different. I gotta do something different. No problem. You have a good one. Thanks for tuning in, Flash. You have a good one. And so basically, I myself went on this journey at 18. I was like, okay, let me graduate high school so I can be able to get my diploma. So any business or any place I wanted to go accepted me. And then I found out like a diploma ain't really nothing. Now I gotta go to college. I gotta get a degree in a profession that I don't want to do. So I figured out how to be an entrepreneur, and I figured out how to build businesses, and I figured out how to use these businesses to be able to fund my life, to be able to help my mind, body, and spirit, and help me walk through this journey so I can be able to become the man I am today. And I have no regrets of my past because I have did work. You know what I'm saying? Shadow work, energy work, body work, mental work. You know what I'm saying? These workings are principles that I was talking about at the beginning of this video. The principles of God that works in every season. It works in every country. It don't matter if you black, white, orange, blue, you know? And I am giving y'all my authentic self so I can be able to see who really wants this journey, because this life we call life is not what we think it is, you know. And we always tend to judge before we even get to try it out, you know. And I don't really like that word try, you know, because that implicates that you have quit or failed at something. And I don't fail at nothing, you know. And if I do quit something, it's because for a good reason. But um what I've done in my life, I've been in ministry, you know. I have been in so many programs thinking that's gonna help me. Yeah, if I just get through this program, they gonna help me get a crib, help me get a car, help me get a job. No, that's not what God had planned for me, my father. You know, because I grew up without a father. My mom always told me, you ain't got no father. Your father is God. I said, oh, okay. You know, and I'm the third of four siblings. I got two older sisters and one younger brother. And I never fit into my own family. They went off with their dads. They went off to do stuff with their dads. And I was like, where my dad at? My mom was like, you ain't got no dad. Your dad is God. Your dad is Jesus Christ. You know, so you need anything, you want anything, you ask Jesus Christ. And then on the flip hand, when she was on drugs and doing drugs, she was like, oh, I am your father. And so I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa, okay. I grew up in life to come to find out that my mom was delusional. You know, she did a lot of things off her emotions, you know. So that took me on a journey like, dang, who am I then? Am I supposed to be like my mother, a drug addict, a drug dealer, you know, a robber, you know, stealing people's things? And I'm like, nah, I don't want to be a statistic, because statistic says that I'm supposed to be like or better than what my father and mother did. And I didn't know my father, you know. I heard stories about him that wasn't so pleasant. So I was like, I'm definitely not gonna be him, you know. And my plan at 10 years old is that when I meet this guy, I'm killing him. Seriously. Like I didn't have no no give to what he has done. So my point in saying all this is I'm showing my life to you guys so you'll know understand where my content come from. It comes from my past and the poverty that I brought myself through so I can be able to become the man you see here. You know, people say I look like King Von. People say I look like Lil Durk, but cool. You know, I don't want to look like those people. But if you see that in me, thank you. You know, but my purpose is to give y'all what y'all don't got, what Lil Durk didn't give you, what King Von didn't give you. And that's principles on how to build your mind, on how to build your body, on how to build your spirit, because that's what really matters in life. I'm not here for just a feel good message. I'm not here for a cool, funny story. No, this is real talk, you know. And if you want to be real with yourself and you want to be honest and truthful with yourself, stay tuned. Ask some questions at the end, because I'm going to be taking questions at the end. And I want to help people through situations, relationships, and problems in life that I got through, and it might help you. You know, you implement these principles, then you can be able to become who you thought you never could become. My thing is why I call myself King Image, because in my life I was a people pleaser. I wanted to please everybody that I saw. I wanted to please everybody that I was around. I went to school. After school, I went to 15 schools. I went to five elementaries, five middle schools, and five high schools. I counted. And I'm like, wow, 15 schools. You think you're going to be able to play basketball? You think you're going to be able to play football? And you went to 15 schools. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to be a basketball player. I'm going to be a football player. And I get to high school. I'm like, oh, crap. I haven't been in school long, let alone in school long enough where they know that I'm actually good at this sport. So I was like, that I gotta figure out another way. Is there's another way for me to get up in life other than sports? So I just turned sports all the way off, and I was like, okay, let me focus on who I really am without sports, who I really am without anything that's contrary to what I been through. So on this journey, I at 18, I graduated high school. And after I graduated, I told myself, I'm gonna build a business. I'm gonna learn how to build businesses. Then I was like, what type of business do I want to build? I didn't know what business I wanted to build. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I just knew I wanted to build business and I wanted to help people. But does that give money? Do they make money? I didn't know. So I started researching and I started searching all around the states. I done went to Texas. I done went to Minnesota. I done went to Ohio. I done went to Illinois. I done went everywhere looking for me, who I want to be in my future. And in all those places, I found the same person. I found a person that wanted to do something, but always fell into selling drugs or always fell into helping prostitutes sell their body. And I'm like, this is not where I want to be. This is not my life. This is not my life. Sorry, people tell me to keep it down because I'm in a public area and my voice carries this big ass room. But what I wanted to be, I didn't know. So I had to figure it out. How did I figure it out? Well, I tried and error. It was a trial and error. I did some things I liked to do, and I was like, no, I did these things I liked to do. So I went into ministry, and I was like, okay, God, since Mom said you was my father, I'm coming to you. You've been the constant in my life for the longest that I know of. You've been constant and constant and constant, and I'm like, okay, Lord. So there's something significant about my life because when I was trying to sell drugs, all the big drug sellers and all the people that was really making money did not want me around. They're like, nah, well, homie, get from around us. You don't know that I'll be the best seller on the block. But God put something over me so nobody could touch me. I done been shot at, pow, 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 pow. Bullets whizzed past my head. I'm like, what the hell? I done been in car crashes where I should have been dead. I should be dead right now. I'm not talking to you on the line. But the grace of my father, he showed me, like, look, man, you got more than to be a drug addict. Because once you sell drugs, that's what you're going to be. You're going to be a drug addict. And then I didn't want to be a drug addict because my mom was one. And I'm like, how did she become a drug addict? So I went on a journey of figuring out how she became a drug addict. And it was because she was hanging around drug dealers and people that was home wreckers. Literally, they'll come in your house and wreck your home and take everything. But I didn't want to become that. And so 15, 16, from 13 to 18, that's what I was doing. Breaking into homes, selling weed and selling dope and selling these things, thinking it's gonna get me somewhere. But I figured it out. I was like, every time I make enough money to do something, they get taken, or I lose it, or something happens where I can't even use it. So I'm like, this is not the life I want. So I was like, let me finish school and then figure out what business I want to build. And I figured it out. I was like, oh, I was in sports. I was in basketball camps. I was in basketball for years, all the way from what I could remember, what, first grade, second grade, playing basketball, going to basketball camps, doing tour days. And then my mom didn't, she always thought I was smaller than everybody. And I was a small kid. I didn't grow up until I grew up. So when I was a kid, I was small. She didn't want me playing football until I got older. And she was like, maybe you'll grow bigger when you get older. And I'm like, Mom, they're my size. You don't know that I'm working with these. Some of these cats are smaller than me, but I'm stronger than everybody, because of what I was doing in life. So when I understood all these aspects I was going through, I'm like, dang, so where am I supposed to be? Where I'm supposed to go? And nobody wanted me. I went into ministry and ministry kept me in the box, and I'm like, I can't do and be who I'm authentically am. So why would I stay? I went into religion. I went into Islam, Christianity, Catholicism. I went into Catholicism. And I went into Muslim, Islam. Nobody accepted me for who I am. I was either too loud, too much energy, calm down, or I was too quiet. Like I was reserved. Like, what is these sayings? Like, y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know where I came from. People accuse me of playing with their heartstrings. Like, I don't even know how to play with people's heartstrings. But they was seeing the manipulation and the deterioration of what was going on in my past. Hey, 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 Simone, who is that? What? Okay, that's good for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for you. I left that. Now I'm on a new journey. Anyways, I built something in my life. And anybody that come trying to tear it down, hey, you got to deal with God. My purpose in my life don't equate to what people have done to me, have done around me, and have done for me. I am my own man. And I made choices and I did things that a lot of people not going to agree with. Ministries didn't agree with me. Drug addicts didn't agree with me. Why would I think you will agree with me? So, moving on, if you don't see your life for what it is, then you lost. And that's what I was. I was lost. Looking for things that didn't fit my life. Women. Looking for things in women that didn't fit my life. So why would I be around you if you didn't fit? If you didn't want to fit? Saying one thing and doing the complete opposite. Why would I even be around you? What's going on? Family, friends, and family. Friends, family, and fans. I been dealing with this way before I got on YouTube. You hate me. Okay, cool. That means you hated yourself from the get-go. But I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to talk to my family, friends, and fans. And if you're not that, haters, bye-bye. I ain't got time for you. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got my number, I ain't got time for you. I left for a reason. Van Musso. Now you see me on camera and you want to say something, move around. I don't need you, and you didn't need me. Period. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody that don't know Simone Centel, it was a situation that I was in. And when a woman don't want to listen, a year and a half plus, and you want to treat me like a maid and manipulate me, cool. But when I leave, don't call me, text me, or nothing. Because I was there for you and only you. And you was there for everyone else. And that's what that says. I have a new boyfriend. I hate you. Cool. Thank you. for that, giving my energy back. Thank you for relieving me because I already knew you was messing with people when you was messing with me. I already knew the things you was doing outside. That's why you came back weird. I'll let that simmer. Let that energy bask because I don't got time for it. I'm in a whole new state. I'm in a whole new segment of life. Past always trying to come back and try to present itself in your present. But you got to have the right fortitude, principles to keep moving forward no matter what. Because I know my heart. I'm a servant at heart, you know? My sisters used me, my mother used me, like women used me, and I let them. Go ahead, use me. But if you take my energy and don't know what to do with it, and you lie with it, and you try to manipulate through things, it's like I can see that because you're using my energy. You think I don't see you, mother? You think I don't see you, sister? You think I don't see you, girl? You know. But in my life, I've been dealing with women. You know, so I know how to deal with women. I know what to do, what not to do, when to go, when to stay. I don't have time for people trying to hold me back from my purpose. And if you don't see it, cool. I move around. You see you got a new boyfriend now, good. That means I was holding you back from the things that you really wanted to do and you was lying to me. So, goodbye. You know, I don't have time for people that want to come in my life and change the things that I got going on. You know? And vice versa. I'm not trying to come into nobody's life and change nothing. And I tell people when they come around me from the get-go who I am and what I'm going to do. Whether you remember it or not is up to you. My story is that I am a man that was created by my father. Now, if you don't see the things that I taught you, the things that I set you down, so you can understand, of course you're going to hate me because I'm not at your basking call. Oh, my mom, she hated me for years because I didn't call her because I was gone. I left the state because she's toxic. Want me to stay around for the things that she want to do, but don't help me with the things that I need help with. I don't need your help. Just give me time to do the things that I need to do, mother, sister. Don't come around me if you're going to be doing the things that I don't do. You know? Exes. If I consider you an ex, then I considered you. Simple. If I consider you as an ex, then I considered you. I didn't give you all my love, all my care, and all my honesty. And you didn't reciprocate that. So that's up to them to decide what they want to do or where they want to go in life. I'm not going to dictate your life. I don't have time for that. I'm doing what I was called to do, and that's tell people the principles of life, mind, body, and spirit. I'll be always doing this forever. Even after this body pass away and leave this earth, I'm going to be doing this forever. You know? How to help your mind was simple. Stop letting toxic people get in your mind. Stop letting toxicities get in your heart. Because people only can project who they are. And once they project who they are, then they gonna blame you for being not them. But I thought that's what you wanted me to do. See, you don't even know what you want. You know? That's why these principles that I'm finna state in a minute, because it's only a couple principles, you know? And I just wanted to tell you guys my story so y'all can get an understanding of who I am, where my heart is, where my mind is, you know? And where my mind is now is to build. I'm building businesses after businesses after businesses. You'll see it coming up on my YouTube. You'll see it content coming soon, because now I got more time. I don't have people taking my time and using it for whatever they want to use it for. I don't have people taking my time and say, I want it, and never want it, but don't want to express that either because they so bent on me leaving. Like, come on now, be truthful with yourself before anything else. Like that girl that just came on here, I got a new boyfriend. Duh, who cares? Like, why did you have to come on live and tell me that? Why you come on that means you've been looking for me. And hopefully that man knows like you're looking for me. Because I knew you was looking for other men when I was in your house. Come on, somebody. Matter of fact, since she came on, that means that's okay, y'all, okay. You know, let me teach y'all on something then. Let me tell you the story of why I'm at where I'm at, why I'm in a whole different state than where I was in. I was dealing with this girl that I met through my sister. And I knew in my mind, that anybody that comes from my sister is going to have the same mindset as her. So we embarked on this relationship. I agreed to it. She agreed to it. So boom. I set some ground rules and standards because I don't play with my mind and my body. I work out. I eat right. I brush my teeth. My hygiene is superb, you know? But if I gotta come into your place and clean it up, I gotta come into your place and tell you things that's not my body, then that means you gotta get some things together. So if I gave you time, I gave her ample amount of time, a year and a half, that's a lot of time in my life. My time is valuable. And if you don't see your time as valuable, then that's you. That's why you 30 something years old and don't know nothing. Still stuck. Since you wanna let me expound on I have a new boyfriend, I hate you. Why she say that, y'all? She said that because she's angry. She probably don't got a new boyfriend because she's a liar. Because she's been telling me for a whole year that I want to work out. I made a workout plan for you. Here you go. Oh, I want better for my life. Okay. Here you go. Here's steps, the things that I see that you can fix. Simple. But you just wanted that because I was doing that. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I was working on my body, work out every day. Working on my mind. I read the Bible. Not only the Bible, I listen to people that teach the Bible. Not only the Bible, I read so many amounts of religions so I can understand where everybody's coming from. My purpose in life is to see people from where they're missing, what they missing, what you're missing, what's missing in your life. And a lot of people who's missing Christ. Christ, yeah, Christ. I'm not talking about Christianity Christ. I'm not talking about Catholicism Christ. I'm not talking about none of these religions Christ, because that is just another box that the world want to put you in. So I'm in this relationship with this girl that I chose to be in. You know, I went in her house, you know, and the situation was topsy turvy. I understood it because she was going through things. She was just got out of jail, going through things. So I was like, okay, I understand. But this is how I work. Cleaned up her whole house, speak and span. If I showed you the before and after pictures, you'd be like, whoa, why did you even mess with that girl? Because I'm the type of person that give people chances after chances after chances. I give you so much rope that you'll hang yourself. Then that's when I come and tell you, like, hey, this is not right. This is why it's not right. Because this is the evidence. This is why it's not right. Because this is the evidence. They don't want to see the evidence. Well, they see the evidence because I placed it in front of them. Now they have a choice to either do it or not. And Shorty didn't do none of it. She didn't want to clean up her own house. She didn't want to teach her own daughter. So you wanted me to do everything, plus go outside and figure out how to get finances for us, plus figure out how to go get food for us at the end of every month because $1,500 is gone every week. The first week you get your money is gone. Want to be honest? I'm an honest person, and I'm gonna be truthful about mine. That's why she ain't here no more. Bye bye. Because you hiding still. You still lying to whoever you with. I'm not lying no more. I'm not lying to myself that you gonna change. I ain't got time for that. When I see you going out your way to go with other men, to get money from men, to what are you doing for that money? I don't care. Because about that time, that was a year and what, 4 months. I was like, wow. So she think just I'm just stupid? Don't you see I'm studying on an everyday basis? You watch me every morning, sit in the closet, looking at my computer, typing away, learning things, rapping. Like, everything I got on YouTube is a third of it in the last, what, year and a half? It was in the closet. Why? Because when I left, it was like she called me, where you at? What you doing? Oh, I'm bored. Okay, why you so bored? You 30-something years old, bored? No grown person should be bored. And everything that I'm telling you guys, I done told her an ample amount of times. So I don't feel no type of way saying this to the public. Cause you already telling people contrary. But you know what I did, y'all? I stopped social media for a whole 2 months just to get out of the energy that I was sitting in for that year and a half of disgusting dirt. I told her every day, I don't like to be dirty. I don't like to be around dirty people. And I do not like to have people in my life that these things. What things is that? Oh, okay. Well, I don't like people that's lazy. Because the Bible said a lazy mind, everything that they do never work out. Everything fails, no matter how hard they try. A lazy person, everything they do is going to fail. And I was the evidence of that. Every time I did something with her, every time I did something with them, every time I did something, it was a problem. And she ain't the only one. She was just the last one. And she bold enough to come on this damn live to say something. And I'm bolder, and I'll tell the truth. I ain't got no time for no shenanigans. I ain't got no time to be lying to people. Yeah, I was living with this girl for a year and a half, fucking on her, loving on her, showing her how to make shakes and teas, cleaning up her house, taking care of her and her daughter. Before she didn't have a daughter. But I showed her the steps to accept her daughter within back in her house so she can be able to be a mother. But she only wanted to do that because that's what she thought I wanted. No, I only want what you want in your life, who you want to be, where you want to go. You don't know? Okay, well, I'm going to give you some things and I'm going to put them in front of you so you can do them, so you can be able to see what you like and what you don't like. Now, I'm going to be able to see if you're lying to me or not, too. Because I can see things that the people don't say. You can say whatever you want to me. Come on, say it to me. I can see what you don't say. Even if you type it in this chat, I can see what you don't say. That's my superpower. That's the gift that God gave me. So I was on a mission to what? To build my mind, body, and spirit. Now, if my counterpart ain't on the same mission, it's gonna be what? What? Circle, 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 circle. I was selling weed at the time, and every time I sold weed, it seemed like money kept missing. I'm like, damn, I'm counting $1,600 I got 4 ounces. Where my money going? So I start calculating my money every month, every week, every day. I'm like, whoa, okay, I done spent it on food this month. I done spent it on, oh, she asked for this and she asked for that and she asked, oh, okay, I see where my money going now. And once I did that financial aid for myself, I understood where my finances were going. And they were going all to the woman and her child. So I wasn't even paying my child support. I wasn't even paying my 14,000 that I owe the state. You know, I wasn't even paying the fines and fees that I had on my record that I needed to get off for my tickets so I can get my license back. But no, I'm making sure we eat. I'm making sure the house is clean, and I'm making sure she know what she want to do. Because what? That's what a man's supposed to do in a house when he calls it his. He makes sure everything is ordered so the glory of God can be in the presence of that house. Now, if these men ain't doing this in your house, there's a problem that you're gonna have, you know. But a lot of people don't want that. They don't want the good man in their life. They say they do, but they don't. They don't want a good man in their life. But a lot of people don't even need a good man in their life. They need to learn how to be a good woman first. They need to learn how to be a good person first. Because once you understand your heart and the things that you have in your heart, then you can be able to see the bull crap you say out your mouth. Then you can be able to see. She accused me of doing things. Look, look. Why would you put that on live? That wasn't me. It was Daylani. Why are you blaming your child for things that you should be cleaning up regardless? If you sit your child down to eat, you're supposed to sit down, wait till they're done, wash their dishes out, clean up their area, and boom. If you did that, your house would never be dirty. If you cleaned up after your daughter went to the bathroom every time she went to the bathroom and you went right after her, you would know what she's doing with her body. You would know what she's doing in your house. But instead, you was waiting for me to say something. And every time I say something, you felt some type of way. And then you was like, oh, no, no, no. He just think he right. I didn't want to fucking be right. What I wanted you to see is to do something in your motherfucking life before I left. Why? Because I really care. I care about people's hearts, minds, and bodies. So if I didn't care about your heart, mind, and body, I wouldn't even be talking on this situation right now. Because all that was just a situation. And I told you coming in, listen, y'all, I told her coming into that relationship that I'm not here for a relationship with nobody. I need to build my mind, my body, and my spirit. I look stinky, DJW9. If I look stinky, then you don't know what stinky is. But if Shams, dude, cheer up, you'll find another boyfriend soon. I don't need a relationship. I'm by myself and I'm happy by myself. So I'm not looking for no relationship. I'm not looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I'm not looking for none of that. But my people are going to see what people cause look what I post. Look what I post. I have not danced on Soul Train. Hey, that's one of my like aspirations. I wanted to do that one time. Just get, you know? But back to the story, because this is part of my life. And Shorty wanted to come on here, say that bull crap. Now I start speaking the truth. Now she want to delete stuff. No, I'm speaking the truth about the situation I was in. And I got out of the situation. I left Vamuso. She went to work. I packed my shit and left. Why? Because she showed me a week before that. I told her, you don't need no animals in your house if you have problems taking care of your child. You have problems cleaning up your room. You have problems cleaning up your bathroom. You have problems cleaning up your kitchen. You have problems cleaning your household. Why would you add things to that when you don't even like cleaning? I love cleaning because I like to be in clean areas with clean spaces. Why? Look where I'm at now. Everything's clean, prestige, upper echelon. I'm $1 billion gentleman. And I told her so many times that she didn't understand what I was saying, though. And I understand. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at nobody. Live your life. But don't try to make it seem like I was trying to manipulate you to stay. No, I didn't want you to stay. I didn't care for you to stay anywhere. I just needed a place where I was accepted. And you didn't want to accept me. You talk about you want to marry me. And I'm like, I don't want to marry you. She said, would you marry me? I said, no. Not in the state you're in, not in the mind state, heart state, and body state you're in. No, I would not never want to marry that. Why? Because you don't have enough energy to do anything that I do. You know? Thank you, Spartan, Don Cornelius. Don Cornelius to be my dad, so I looked it up to him for a while, because my watched Soul Plane and Soul Train, you know. Hey, mom. Speaking of the witch, mom, pop up. And I'm just speaking on things that just happened because people want to jump on my live and talk about this crazy stuff. So I'm honest. Why did you leave, Chris? Because people didn't listen. I told them over and over and over again. These are things that make me leave people. You see why I left my mom. You see why I left my sister. You see why, mom, no, don't you, mom? Put no in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. You know? And um, oh crap. Okay, y'all. Thanks for tuning in for MSTV story time. I got a meeting to get to. I am at the top be flying. So I got a meeting to get to. I'm gonna make this phone call. I'm gonna be look forward to my live tomorrow. I'm gonna start going live every day. Okay? So look forward to my live around the same time. Around from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock around there. But I gotta get to this meeting. So peace out. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your likes. Go ahead and share this video if you think it's going to help anyone, or if you go ahead and share the video because I know it's going to help someone. And if you like this video, go ahead and put a like on it so I can get in the algorithm so people can start watching my videos so I can help their minds, bodies, and spirits too. Thanks for tuning in. I am King Image, and King Image is out. Now I got to figure out how to end this thing, y'all. I'm new to this, so let me see. Let me see. And in live, where? Okay, here we go. Remove channel. No. Okay. How do you end the live, y'all? Oh, snap. Hey, Jay Mari Jones. Yeah, I'm trying to end the live so I can make this meeting, but I don't know how to end it. Maybe I press this X.